Good morning, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to Cook for Your Wife. Robert here. What are we doing today? We're doing our weekend breakfast from our day off, and I'm frying some sausage patties that I pattied up, and we're making oatmeal. Now I know, you're like, really, Robert, oatmeal? You're kidding me? We're doing a different type of oatmeal. We're doing a steel cut oatmeal. We prefer the steel cut because it's lightly processed. Whenever we get a chance to buy food, we try to do it minimally processed. I'm not saying that we're successful at it 100% of the times because of our urges and our wants and desires, but we try to eat as healthy as we can, and one thing that we like to do is eat steel cut oatmeals. Now, it does take about a half an hour to cook, so you got to stand here, you're right here with it while you're cooking it, but the way that we do this, it tastes really, really good, and I'm going to share that with you. So I have my pot here, and I have the milk in here already. Now, when I'm making oatmeal, cream of wheat, hot cocoa, tomato soup, it's never water for me. I know everybody's opinion is different on what they use, but I milk everything. I like the creamy and the richness of it. So that's just my opinion. Water is a no-no for me when it comes to oatmeal and hot cocoa and soups. But we're using almond milk. We got almond vanilla milk that we use instead. 4 cups of that, bring it to a boil here. One thing I like about almond milk is when it's heating up in my cast iron pot here, it doesn't scorch on the bottom like regular milk will, but you still want to watch it. And so we have 4 cups of almond milk, and we're going to put 1 cup of steel cut oatmeal into it once it comes to a boil. Now, that's 1 cup. We like our oatmeal a little bit thicker, so I don't measure. I just grab another little bit and put it in there with it. So a cup and a third, whatever you want to call it. Now, you're going to constantly stir this because it's going to thicken up. It's going to thicken and cook. Like I said, it takes a half an hour. I'm not going to bore you with a half an hour of cook time, but you're going to constantly want to stir this up. When it starts to thickening up, but it still has quite a bit of liquid in it, then I will add the cinnamon to it and the butter. The butter I like for the richness, and I like to add that little salt to it. And when it's finished, I will put honey in it, and Pam likes to shell pecans as a hobby, and I will dump pecans in it, and we'll put it in our bowls and serve that with some sausage patties. All right, guys, hang tight. We'll be back in a second. All right, as you can see, we're at a nice rolling boil with our almond milk and our oats, and you can see how it's starting to fluff up a little bit. And we're going to keep doing this for 30 minutes, and we're going to keep stirring off the bottom to make sure it doesn't start sticking. But like I said, usually if you're using the almond milk, and I'm sure the soy milk will be the same, you won't have nearly the scorching issue that you will have with regular milk. But you, by all means, can use regular milk, and of course you can make it with water. I just prefer not to. So we're going to let that keep going until it gets nice and thick. We're going to let it get a little bit thicker before we add our cinnamon. That way the cinnamon will dissolve a little bit better, and hopefully won't get all clumpy on me like sometimes it likes to do. So we're going to give it a roll. All right. We'll check on that in a few more minutes. We just keep it going. All right, time to check on everything. Oh yeah. See how thick that's starting to get? Now this is about the time we put the cinnamon in there to let it start doing its thing. So, open the wrong side. So we're going to shake the cinnamon in there. Mix it around a little bit. And if you don't like cinnamon, of course, don't put any cinnamon in it. I'm just showing you how we do it. And like I said, I know when you're looking at this video, you're like, oh, Robert's doing oatmeal and sausage patties. But let me tell you, when you're standing right here doing it, where you got the smell of the sausage patties, you got the smell of my wonderful coffee, and you got the smell of the oatmeal in the air. Not just any oatmeal that's being done with vanilla almond milk, and now I just put the cinnamon in. If I need to describe that aroma to you. It's just, yeah. Turn that down now. It is just amazing. So it might just seem like simple oatmeal and sausage to most, but it's like heaven to us when it's done properly. That is just pure amazing. Now we're gonna let it keep on cooking, and I'll come back and show you what it looks like when it starts getting thicker. It's getting close, getting close. We just let that keep bubbling and bubbling and boiling and feel like a witch. Where's the frog legs to put in it? All right, I'll be back in a few minutes. All right, everybody. We're back. Now, as you can see, this is nice and thick. Yum. Just the way we like it. Still nice and creamy, but nice and thick the way we like it. And we're going to add the salt to it and the richness. And let that melt, and we're going to add our pecans, which you can use anything that you want. Just add a little bit of pecans in there and start mixing that around. Turn it down a little bit. Now you can put pretty much anything you want. One time for Pam's, I washed and rinsed some fresh blueberries and put those in there. I like bananas, and we very rarely have bananas in the house because we use bananas for our smoothies. So if Pam doesn't hurry up and get them washed and sliced up and put in the freezer, I'll start eating them. But we had a couple bananas left, so I sliced some bananas in mine and put some blueberries in hers. And let me tell you, with the almond vanilla milk and the pecans and the honey and the cinnamon and the bananas and the blueberries, amazing, amazing flavor. Then I think one time we had some of that indulgent, which, I'm not going to say this part's good for you, but we had some of that indulgent trail mix, and I made the oatmeal and I put that indulgent trail mix with the white chocolate chips and the butterscotch and all the nuts, and we put the trail mix in there. Wow, that was good. That was good. Not necessarily good for you, just saying, it was good. Okay, now that it's done, yum, look at how nice that is. Now we're going to bowl it up. Right? Yeah. Sorry, lost my train of thought. Maybe I need some more coffee. Okay, of course I'm cooking with cast iron, so the handle's hot. So we're going to pour this into the bowl without making a mess on camera. There we go. Get the next bowl. My pot holder was slipping. Okay. Set that right there for now. And then what I normally like to do is put the honey on. Try to use some of these bottles that we have. I should have turned it upside down. I didn't want to break out the fresh one. So the vanilla almond milk is sweet already, so you don't need a lot. So I just drizzle some honey over the top. Get some honey over the top of this one. And just for pleasing looks, just throw, as I drop the nuts on the floor, I'll get down the crumbs here. Put some nuts in the middle. And there it is. Show the other camera. Boom. This is good. Really good, guys. You want to warm up your belly? Give it a try. As always, Thank you guys so much for tuning into our little channel and our little cooking show. We really appreciate it. We're having a blast doing it. All right, guys, you guys have a great morning. Stay tuned for the next video. See ya.